All right, fish on. Little Virginia smallmouth. Not a big fish by any means. We get a lot of fish kind of in this 10 to 12 inch range, which is pretty average for a lot of our rivers and streams here in central Virginia. As you can see, the smallmouth bass has got horizontal stripes from running from the eye back across the gill plate here. They're kind of a dark green to bronze colored back. They've got spines on their dorsal fin here, but you can see they have mottled kind of black marks all the way down their side, which really allows them to camouflage into their surroundings really well. These fish are typically called smallies or bronzebacks, and they're a fine fish to target on rod and reel here in central Virginia. And if you like fishing out here in late summer, they're great fish to kind of target, and a great way to beat the summer heat is wet wading these rivers. Hi everyone, Alex McCricker with Game and Inland Fisheries. Late summer is without a doubt my favorite time of the year to get out and target smallmouth bass in the state of Virginia. Pound for pound and inch for inch, these are really some of the hardest freshwater fighting fish we have in the state. Late summer is a great time to get out and target these fish because our rivers and streams are typically at low flow conditions. These low flows allow for some excellent sight fishing and great water clarity this time of the year. I really enjoy wet wading our rivers and streams across the state during this time of the year. It's a great way to beat the summer heat. You can also get out with a canoe or raft and float your favorite section of a river near you with friends and family. Low water conditions allow for great sight fishing opportunity. So oftentimes I'll try to target smallmouth bass as they're cruising the bank. On a lot of our rivers and streams, you can actually spot the fish this time of the year and go one-on-one with them. It's also great too to find overhanging limbs and shade up against a bank, right, and kind of target those areas. Other areas that you can find smallmouth this time of the year are going to be in the heads of our riffles and faster broken water. Naturally, during this time of the year, our rivers and streams are at warmer temperatures, and warmer water typically holds less dissolved oxygen. So those smallmouth a lot of times be up in the heads of these runs where there's as much dissolved oxygen as they can find, and they'll be feeding up in there. It's great to fish topwater this time of the year. You can get some really explosive takes. I like fishing large poppers on a 7 or 8 weight fly rod right up against the bank. A lot of people like throwing buzz baits, maybe a whopper plopper or a tiny torpedo, and burning it right back. A lot of times a slow retrieve can be beneficial too. These fish will sometimes approach your fly or lure and almost sip it like a trout. Other times a fast retrieve will generate an explosive take. You can do really well fishing subsurface this time of the year too. Whether you're fishing a minnow imitation, a crankbait, or maybe you're throwing a clouser minnow or a large articulated streamer on a fly rod with a sink tip, you can get down in some of our deeper runs and find fish that way during the heat of the day. Crayfish patterns, hellgrammite patterns are also kind of good go-tos during this time of the year. But again, I really like fishing topwater. You can really see the fish come to the fly or the lure, and it makes for some really exciting opportunities here in Virginia. So make sure to get out this summer with friends and family and beat the heat by wet wading for smallmouth in Virginia.